If you have a baby, just know at some point after they turn 1, they're going to realize they have their own independence and they can make their own decisions. And this is going to result in temper tantrum central. For us, this happened right around the 16-month mark, and every 30 seconds there was a meltdown happening. So here's some things I've done to help reduce the amount of temper tantrums we have. 1, don't just abruptly take them away from something they're doing or in something, like turning their TV off. For instance, if they're watching TV, I don't just walk in there and turn the TV off, because how would you like it if somebody walked in the middle of your show and just turned it off? Instead, I say, okay, buddy, let's say bye-bye to Miss Rachel. We have to go eat. And I make sure that he's acknowledging me. He's not just zoned off on the TV. And then I wait for the scene to end. I don't just cut it off in the middle of icky, sticky bubble gum. I let the scene end, and then I say, okay, bye-bye, Miss Rachel. And he's gotten really good about being like, bye-bye. I do the same thing if he's playing with something or he's really interested in something. I don't just take him away. I say, okay, let's say bye-bye to your blocks or bye-bye bowls, whatever he may be playing with. And then he'll typically be like, bye-bye, and follow me wherever we need to go. 2, you can turn anything into a game for toddlers. This even worked in the middle of a couple meltdowns recently. I just be like, okay, you gotta come get me. And I just take off running with a big smile on my face, and I'm like slow about it so he has the time to follow me, but he gets real excited like, cool, mommy wants me to go chase after her. And he follows me. And 3, you have to stop giving them yes or no options, because they're probably gonna say no, and then you're gonna do it anyway, and it's gonna tick them off. So instead of saying, do you want your diaper changed, in which case he's gonna say no, I say, do you want this diaper or this diaper? They're the exact same diaper, but at his age, he doesn't know that yet. So he'll pick one, and then he gets excited to get his diaper changed. Same thing applies with clothes. Do you want to wear this shirt, or do you want to wear this shirt? Because if you ask them if they want to wear a shirt, they're going to say no. All right, buddy, you all done? Oh, you want more? Okay. More. More chicken? There. Here's your berries. More? No. No more berries. We're all done with the berries. More. I'm done. More. I'm done. Do you want more, or are you all done? Water? Okay. Here you go. If you're expecting a child in the near future, far future, whatever, let's go back to the basics of diaper changing, as if you know absolutely nothing, because you might not. First off, diapers come in various sizes, and they also typically give weight ranges on the box. Don't always follow those. My son was always a size up for those. So if they say 8 to 12 pounds and you notice your baby is not fitting in them very well, or they're constantly peeing out of them, blowing out of them, you may need to size up. Number 2, a lot of them have this yellow line on the front. That means they have not peed in the diaper yet. When it turns blue, it means they have peed. Now, you don't have to change them right away immediately when it turns blue, but it just lets you know that they have peed in the diaper. 3, when you get done changing their diaper and you get the new one on, make sure you pull these little parachute flaps, as I call them, outside of their butt. That helps keep the poop contained in. If you leave them folded in and don't pull them out, you're probably going to have a blowout. Next, diaper brands are like shoes. Huggies, Pampers, Costco, they're all going to fit different. So don't commit to one brand before your baby gets here. And last but most important is they make overnight diapers. So when your baby starts sleeping longer stretches at night, get overnight diapers because they hold more pee in them so that they're not leaking out and you're having to change bed sheets. And also, if you're noticing when you put a diaper on, pee immediately just ends up everywhere within the first hour, they probably need to size up. Even though it may not look like it, give it a try. If you're a new or expecting parent, here's some tips for you. Stop picking your car seats up like this. It may be easy in the beginning, but the heavier your baby gets, the worse it's going to be on your arm. Instead, bring your arm in and grab like this. It makes it so much easier to carry. 2, cradle cap is extremely common in babies. It appears as little white or yellow flakes in their hair. So if you see this happening, you're not doing anything wrong, but here's what you can do to help get rid of it. Put some type of natural oil in their hair. I used virgin coconut oil. The only ingredient is coconut oil. You put it in their head about 30 minutes before bath, and then you let it sit, and then you get a little comb and you brush out some of the flakes before they get in the bath. You can also get a little cradle cap brush. This one's by Frida Baby, and we use it every night still, even at 17 months, and just scrub their little head to get the rest of the flakes out, and it worked wonders every time. And 3, when your baby has a blowout, please stop bringing the poopy onesie up over their head. It's disgusting. These little flaps at the top of the onesies, they're not meant for big heads. They're meant to be unfolded so you can pull the whole onesie down instead of up over their head when they have accidents. Aw, look at you. You're such a good little eater. Good job, buddy. Solid Start says to flatten blueberries for his age. So I'm going to cut it into quarters and then I'll flatten it. Yeah, that should be good. All right, we're going to try some eggs today. That's too much. That's too much. There's too many eggs in your mouth. Spit it out. Spit it out. Spit some of that out, please. You know what? Give me these. It's just gonna be some minced eggs. Finely minced eggs. He's choking. He's choking. You're right. You're just gagging. You're just gagging. Okay. Okay. Can you chew? Chew it good. Is it all gone? Show me. Show me you swallowed it. All right, you get one Cheerio until I know you can handle these. One at a time. I can't do this. Give me the purees. Give me the purees. Mommy, mommy. Hey, buddy. A mocher. What's that? Mocher. A what? Mocher, mocher, mocher. Maybe if I get closer. Mocher. Now, clouds? No. The sun? No. Can you show me? Can you take me to it? Mocher. Mocher, 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 mocher. A motorcycle. Yeah, mocher, mocher. Got it, motorcycle. If you have babies or toddlers and you want to stop unwanted behavior, hitting, biting, touching things they shouldn't, here's what you should do that actually works. The first thing you should know is that toddlers are very self-centered. So you saying, ouch, that hurt me, or anything of the sort, they don't really care. They don't know what that means. And by you yelling at them or spanking them, they're like, cool, I just got your attention. That's exactly what I wanted. So instead, I want you to do two things. First, let them do things that may be a little inconvenient for you, but they're not dangerous to them. For example, we were over at my parents' house the other day and my son was taking the pack of water bottles. They were firmly sealed tightly. He was taking them out individually and setting them around the house. And it was just a fun little game for him. And mom was like, you're just gonna let him do that? I'm like, yeah, why not? She's like, well, he's getting water bottles over the house and you're gonna have to clean that up. Yeah, so like he's not hurting anybody. If you don't give them yes options and you're constantly telling them no, it's just gonna go in one ear and out the other because that's all you ever say. 2, when you address something that they are doing wrong, say it calmly in a very low tone. And I know that's super hard, especially with biting. So when it comes to biting, try and catch it before it happens if you can. You see them coming at you and you will quickly learn when they're coming at you to bite. And with that calm tone, set a boundary. Like, I won't let you hit me, and set them down. Or I won't let you touch that, and move them away. And keep doing it, and you have to be consistent. This is not something that happens overnight and they just learn not to touch something. We have proof in our house that this works because I'm pretty good about not raising my voice when my son hits me and just like setting him down and telling him, no, you're not gonna hit me. Whereas my wife, she raises her voice, she gets frustrated with him, and he just does it over and over again. And we're to the point where he won't hit me anymore. And sometimes he'll walk up to me and say, bite, ? But he won't actually do it. But her, he goes after her all the time because he knows he gets a reaction out of her. So give these couple of things a try and see if they work for you. More? You need more water? Okay. More. Okay. I'm getting it. Cheese? We've had 2 slices of cheese. I don't think you need any more cheese. Is there something else you want? More berries? Listen, for the sake of my wallet and your vitamin C intake, no more berries. Open? Open? What do you want more of? I'm not just gonna stand there with the fridge open. Tell me what you want. You see anything you want? Berries. Yeah. Here's some more raspberries. Bite. This is my food. You have the same exact food on your plate. Take a bite of your own. It's the same thing I'm eating. No, bite. Fine, just have mine. Yummy. I'm so glad I made myself lunch and I don't even get to eat it. Please don't throw your food. Hey, please, no. Please stop throwing the raspberries. Those are expensive. I'm done. We're done. Everybody's done. Here's some basic things you should know about having a newborn. First off is that breastfed babies typically eat every 2 to 3 hours and formula-fed babies eat every 3 to 4 hours. You can normally tell when they're hungry because they'll be crying, they'll be smacking their lips, they may be chewing on their fingers a little bit. You will very quickly figure out how long between feeds your baby goes. And breastfed babies may go through something called cluster feeding, where they basically are just on the boob all day long. That is completely normal. And if you notice your baby is becoming very gassy, you may need to burp them more than once during a feed. They suck in some air when they're eating, and it can become extremely uncomfortable for them because they're not moving around a lot. So you need to help them by burping them or doing bicycle kicks to get that out of them. When it comes to giving them a bath, you don't want to give them one until their umbilical cord stump falls off and heals. That can take upwards to 3 weeks. And then once that happens, you can give them a bath. But until then, it's just going to be like a sponge bath or an easy little wipe down. You do not want to get the area where their umbilical cord stump is wet at all. And when you do give them a bath, they're probably going to hate it. They're going to scream because they do not like the cold. So make it a warm environment. Use a space heater wherever you're bathing them and changing them. Make it as warm as can be. You can lay a washcloth on them and constantly just pour warm water, not hot, just warm water over them to keep them warm. You don't typically have to go out of your way to put them down for a nap because they sleep a lot. Like they may sleep 18 to 20 hours a day when they're first born because that's pretty much all they do is eat, sleep, and poop. Granted, if there is a lot of commotion going on and they're very fussy and tired, do remove yourself from that situation because they may be getting overwhelmed with everything that's going on and they just can't fall asleep. As for sleeping through the night, that will come, but they're not supposed to as a newborn. They're supposed to be eating every couple of hours because they want to keep gaining weight. When it comes to changing their diaper, they may poop with every diaper change the first few weeks of life. I know my son did. Or they may not poop at all for days, and that's completely normal, especially with breastfed babies. They can go up to 10 days without having a bowel movement because their body just absorbs most of the breast milk they're consuming. But if you have any concerns, please consult your pediatrician, especially if your baby seems very uncomfortable.